Hello, my name is Rick Eutsler with AirgunWeb.com, and we're here at the Daystate booth. Now, you guys know this is a brand that I've heard a lot about, but I don't know a lot about. And we have Tony here. Do I have that right?
That's correct, yes.
We have Tony that's going to tell us all about Daystate as a brand and, of course, their new airgun that they have here. Tony, take it away.
Okay, well, Daystate started 37 years ago. Pre-charged pneumatics were invented in history, in the 17th, 16th century. And they were very effective. At one point, they were a military tool.
Right, I remember that.
That's right, but they faded. You're not that old.
No, I didn't personally remember that. I've been told by maybe the godfather of airguns who might have actually seen one in real life. But that's besides the point. We'll continue.
Okay, but what happened is they faded out of use. The spring gun came in, the pneumatic, pump-up pneumatic came in, and they basically faded away. But they always offered potential for high power. And in the early 70s, in Korea and in Japan, a few hand-built pneumatics started to emerge, and these got some attention in the UK by airgun enthusiasts.
Sure.
A couple were imported, and a couple were adapted, and that's where Daystate came into the story. The founding fathers of Daystate started to adapt things like the Sharper and Over and Ace and create their own rifles. And really for 10 years, not a lot happened. They started to develop one or two rifles. It was a very cottage industry, a term that was used at the time.
Right. We still use that term here.
Yeah, and they were making, I've got two rifles. I've got number 130 and 140. Wow. And they were a month apart, but there was nothing in between. they were lying on the serial numbers. They'd only made two guns.
That's great.
So, it was very small. And then they started to win competitions.
Right.
And when they gave such an advantage to the shooter, so an average shooter turns up at a shoot with a pneumatic and wipes the clock of all the spring gun shooters there, people started to pay big attention. And there was a joke that when they used to take these into the shops to sell them, the people will say, you need what to fill them, they cost how much, and they would be told to go away. And when they started winning competitions, it was the same question: is what does it take to fill them and how much? So it was the same sort of thing, and they built up a reputation. Other companies got on the bandwagon. Daystate stayed initially as a bit of a cottage industry and were overtaken by great companies like Airarms and the other manufacturers, BSA, Webley coming into the sport, and later on FX. But as that happened, Daystate continued on, plodding on, with what was then generally getting termed as agricultural guns.
Okay.
And the reason for that is Daystate had gone in to other areas. When I joined Daystate 14 years ago, we were making tranquilizer guns, which were air-powered. We were doing less lethal weapons, riot guns, and that was the focus of what we were doing. We still made our little air guns, but it wasn't a focus. But it was clear, as the world was changing, and with more people getting involved in less lethal, that we were going to not be big enough to stay in that market. So I moved the focus back to air guns, and that because we were such enthusiasts in air guns, we only wanted to make the guns that we wanted to have ourselves. So we had to go up market. We couldn't go into the commercial sector and make cookie cut guns at 50,000 a month. We had to go into what we wanted to do, and that meant hand making air guns and building them up and doing new models all the time. And let's be cute to do that.
And here's the difference that I see with a product like this versus, like you say, the cookie cutter that you're going to get in the big box store.
That's right.
Is that it's built by an enthusiast that's passionate about the sport.
That's right. When you say, for instance, if we have a look at our brand new rifle here, the Daystate Pulsar, when we were developing this, and we've been developing this for a long, long time, and it's it's on the back of other products that we've done. In a conversation chat, wouldn't it be cool to have a laser built into the gun? Hell, we'll do it.
Yeah, why not?
So this gun has a laser built into the fore end of the gun, integrated into the gun. And we've integrated the electronics of that laser into our brand new electronics in the rifle.
Wow.
Now the next gun that has this level of sophistication is a tank. So, there aren't
Maybe I could get two and mount them to my SUV or my big Ford truck. That'll be perfect.
It takes quite a bit to get this level of sophistication. There aren't firearms out there that have this level of sophistication.
That's very, very, very cool. Well, tell me a little bit about the performance. What do you... Here in the US, it's power, power, power. In the UK, it's accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. I'm an accuracy guy, more accuracy than power as far as I'm concerned. Tell me about where this fits in both of those categories.
Well, we have a mantra really that says that we have to provide matched level of accuracy, but they're a hunting rifle.
Okay.
But we want our hunting rifles to be capable of winning a match.
Okay.
And every now and then we prove that.
All right.
You know, we for instance came second in the Field Target World Championships last year with a hunting rifle.
There you
Obviously, it was stocked up in but it's what we want to sell to the hunter is something that is absolutely match accurate. And this hunting rifle here has a match grade electronic trigger on it.
Okay.
Multi-adjustable, so if it's a little bit too light for you, you can turn it up a bit. But you know, it starts at 8 ounces and goes up to 3 pounds.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put innovation in the gun, and we're trying to make it a very tidy little package.
It's very, very nice. If I were hunting in close quarters, or I had to, what's the range? Let's just take the close quarters away for a second. What's the range? What's the effective range of this rifle?
This rifle has 3 power levels. It's electronic, so it has 3 digital power settings for the digital regulator.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the technical side.
Yeah, no, talk tech, baby. I love it.
3 powers, which means that the high power is probably around 1,000 feet per second.
Okay.
And then you can drop it down to around 800 feet per second, and drop it down further to about 600.
Okay, so let's talk foot pounds. 1,000. What weight?
Now you're talking my language.
Okay, let's get to what I care about.
Okay.
Your accuracy.
I know that most American audiences thinks in feet per second, but foot pounds is the real meaning.
And I'm actually a real advocate of trying to get away from feet per second and talk just energy.
It just depends on the projectile weight.
Yeah, it's all variable. So tell me about foot pounds.
35 foot-pounds on the upper power setting.
Okay.
30 foot-pounds on the next one down, and 22 foot-pounds on the lower power. And because they're regulated match settings, when you're shooting on 20 foot-pounds, you've got a very accurate rifle, but your air usage goes right down, so you get lots and lots of shots.
Okay.
So you're getting a gun which is very flexible, very accurate.
Hold on. You've got a level built into this?
Yes, because we've had 20 years experience with bullpup. And in fact, I shot a bullpup in the army. I was in the army and my person was SC-80. And I know that cant is an issue on a bullpup. So when we designed this, we put in a spirit level just to stop that problem from happening.
Outstanding. All right, Tony, let's talk price and availability. What's it going to cost, and when can we get it?
Okay. 2 series. We have an introductory limited edition called the Pulsar OS, which is we have Italian parent company, so we decided to put Oro series, gold line.
All right.
So the first 200 rifles go into the shops in UK in March, and probably the US in April.
All right.
And they are around $3,000.
Okay.
Then a month later is a standard gun coming out, and this is the standard gun.
All right.
The standard gun is 2,700.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a signed waiver from my wife that says I have permission to spend $2,700 to get this rifle.
No problem, I'll notarize it.
You know, perfect. That sounds great. Well, Tony, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you taking the time with us today. My name is Rick Eutsler with AirgunWeb.com. Thanks for watching.